Yo, what's pop people? Copa Star Green back with you in the video. That y'all first time finding my channel or anything like that, you guys definitely hit the subscribe button. Also the video. Yes, today I will be reviewing the new Amazon Prime, going to the Amazon Prime video, I believe. Good Night, Mommy. Now, with this movie, I'm not gonna lie, I will be doing a spoiler alert, kind of explaining the movie. Now, with saying that, this review or anything like that probably even wouldn't have been possible, because I was just gonna go see this movie. I wasn't even gonna review it, but this was not gonna be possible without this man Martin Thomas from Double Toasted. Man, he's somebody I look up to, a very great friend of mine, somebody I can go to for advice. But me and him were talking after the movie yesterday, and he kind of helped me. He was explaining some stuff to me that I didn't get. So this video would have not been possible if it wasn't for my dear good friend Martin Thomas over here. So you guys definitely show Double Toasted some love. And definitely show Martin a lot of love. Because like I said, this video wouldn't have been done without him. But with saying that, you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and let's cue the intro.
Finally, you, we got a problem, 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 it's probably you, yeah, we got a problem, we got a problem, yeah, we got a problem, we got a problem, we got a problem.
So if you guys did not know, this is kind of like a remake to the 2014 film, I think, or 2015 film, Goodnight, Mommy. It's kind of the same thing here, complete remake, but people are saying, no, that one's better, or is this one better? So we'll talk about it right now. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen this one, okay? I've just heard what people have said about this one. But I'm gonna be talking about the new Goodnight, Mommy that came out 2022. So one thing I gotta talk about first, I'm going to explain the movie. Like I said, if you guys didn't read the title or you guys didn't look right here, if you don't want to be spoiled, please click away. Now I'm gonna be talking about the ending of the film. So let's get right into it, because I gotta want to get this off my chest, because I've been dying to want to tell somebody about this ending. So pretty much in the movie, it goes through, and we're kind of following these two kids, right? Now with these two kids, they have their mom, but their mom is always in this bandage that's over her face. So we're already uneasy about the mom, and then the kids end up figuring out, hey, wait a minute, her eyes are different than our moms. You know, you're like, wait, they're like, these are the kids saying this, like, our mom wears blue eyes. He's like, that one's a green, or I might have flipped that, I might have switched that up, I don't know, I can't remember. But it's stuff like that that really kind of makes you, what the kids are saying, kind of makes you feel really uneasy about the mother we have here. And we're like, wow, maybe these kids are actually onto something. But is that the case? No. So let's break this down. Now, follow me. If you guys can understand the movie, follow me on this. So, like I said, we have two kids, right? Now, what I'm going to explain to you is that one of those kids isn't real. One of those kids, I believe, Lucas, because they're actually brothers in real life. This is Cameron and Nicholas Corvetti. Those are two brothers that are actually in real life. I think even one of them was on The Boys, if I remember correctly. But these two brothers, one of them doesn't exist. One of these kids actually died a couple of years ago, and he's a figment of the imagination. So let's go ahead and let's talk about it. So, as you'll see throughout the film, these kids are pretty much like I said, they're like, this ain't mommy right here. This is not our mother, because look at the eyes. The eyes are just completely different, right? And they're just piecing together all these clues to figure out that, yeah, that's not our mommy. But like I said, we end up figuring out that towards the ending of the film, that yeah, one of these kids ain't the one that's real. So what happened was, somebody explained to me, because I think I missed this part, because I think I walked in late to the movie. But this kid, I think his name is Elias, if I'm getting it right. He killed his brother when he was young by an accident. So now he's just seeing him as a figment of his imagination the whole entire time. And you can kind of get that vibe whenever the mother, there are certain points where the mother is just talking to one of the kids, and both kids end up doing something they shouldn't be doing. but only one kid is getting to talk. Like she tells both kids, or she tells the kids, or she tells one of the kids, don't go into that barn. They go into that barn, right? And only one kid is getting yelled at for going into the barn. So throughout the film, she's only really talking to one kid. That should have probably been a clear giveaway that one of the kids don't exist, or one of the kids, you know what I'm saying, a figment of somebody's imagination. So we get all that confirmed in the third act of the movie. So what happens and what really blows it all open is the fact that there's policemen that show up, and when the policemen show up, they're only talking to one of the kids, right? They can't see the other kids, so that should have blown it open. And then towards the end of the film, there's a part where the mother's like, "F screw all this," and she ends up taking the kids, or takes one of the kids, Elias, I think that's how you say his name, to the barn, and that's where we get everything revealed. That she shows Elias that yes, you killed your brother a couple of years ago, and I think that's where he was right there. And what happens is he doesn't even believe it, and Elias ends up pushing his mother off the top of the barn, and he ends up killing her. So if we thinking about it, this man's got two bodies. That man is a serial killer. He got two bodies. So, like I said, we end up finding. So she ends up dying in the barn. She falls off the barn, and the barn catches on fire. Right? Elias runs away from the barn, and when he runs away from the barn, his mom touches him on the shoulder, and not only is his mom there, but his other brother Lucas is there too. I think I'm getting the names right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we end up seeing that Lucas is there too, and that all indicates that, wow, now these two people are all also now in his mind, but neither one of them are alive anymore. So yes, that's pretty. Hopefully, I explained it the best way I possibly could. I didn't even get it to a certain extent, so I had to like rethink about how I wanted to say it. But pretty much, we think about it. Long story short, one of the kids don't exist, and the mother was really innocent the whole entire time. And every time you're seeing like these demon things, or the mother peeling her skin, and you're seeing things, it's just a figment of the kid's imagination. He's imagining her mom being a demon. None of that stuff is real. So, but I don't think they explain it the best way in the movie. But hey, that's just me explaining the movie real quick. It took me goddamn 8 minutes to explain that crap. I mean, all right, let's get into it. So, I want to get into the review of this. This is the review portion of this. And I don't think it's gonna be too long. But walking into this, I had no idea there was a remake or anything on this. I didn't know anything about this film walking into it. And with saying that, I have no expectations for a film. So when I'm walking into this movie and I'm sitting down and I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, I really, really am enjoying this first act of this movie. The first act, well, you don't really know too much about what's going on, but they're kind of giving you these subtle clues. I'm like, okay, I like this. Now, where I feel like the movie falls apart is the second half. The second half, it was like the movie was on some rails, and it's like the train just went off the rails. Because I'm like, I remember the whole second half, I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know, I'm sitting like, what is going on here? And maybe that's what the movie's intention was to be. But I think as a viewer, you don't want your viewers being that goddamn confused the whole entire time. Or you know what I'm saying, being, I wonder what's going on. So maybe that's just personally me. Reviews are personally opinion based. But I would say, yes, the actors here, you have, let me get their names. Cameron and Nicholas Corvetti, I think that's how you say your name, that play Elias and Lucas in the film. And they're real life brothers in real life, because they look goddamn, y'all don't see this, they look just alike. And I think even one of them was on The Boys. Or I might be wrong. One of them might have been Ryan, but y'all help me out with that one. And I think these two, because I was wondering how their chemistry was so good, find out they are brothers in real life. But I think these two really do a great job of acting and even carrying the film. Not even like fully carrying it, but like helping us guide throughout the film. Because you have those characters that are super boring, those actors that don't really know how to act, and you're like, all right, I can't wait for this character to get off screen. Nah, I really did enjoy these two on screen together, figuring clues out, puzzling stuff together. Their chemistry was amazing in the film, and it's what helped guide the film along. I really did enjoy these two. Another thing I'm gonna say, I really, really did enjoy. I don't think I've even seen her in a lot of things lately. It was crazy how well she did as an actor. I don't really have another picture of her, but Naomi Watts, I think that's how you say her name. She plays the mother in the film. Now you'll see her face later on in the film, but for that first half of the film, her face is like this, and because she was I forgot what had happened, but there's a reason behind it. But I would say that I really did enjoy her in the film. I was like, okay, I've never seen her in anything before, but it kind of makes me interested in what other projects she has going on, because I know that like she's deeply invested into the roles she's doing. And this is going right to Amazon Prime. This ain't no theater type of movie. So yeah, I really did appreciate her in the film too. I appreciate everybody in the film. This film doesn't have a lot of actors into it. I think you had the father that shows up, but I probably missed the part where the father actually showed up. And you have two policemen. You have these three. You have the father that shows up, I think, in the beginning, like the first 2 minutes, and I missed that part. And then you have two policemen that show up. And that's it. This is a small film. This is even shot in a very small place. This is shot in like one spot. And I think they utilize environments and stuff really well. I really think, I'll say this. This movie's not full on horror. It's more of speculation and trying to figure out what's going on. But the horror elements they added into this film, I thought really made the film a lot better. These you see a point where the mother is just going crazy. Now it's not real, but you see her going crazy, and I was like, I like that. I like that, because it even brought me back to my childhood. There's moments where these kids getting spanked and stuff like that, and I was like, damn, I'm glad I'm not the only one that went through this. I was like, I used to catch beatings and punishment just like them, you know. So yeah, I really did appreciate that aspect of the film. Now I'm not gonna lie, there is a lot of dumb characters in this film. Like you meet these two cops, and I guess you could be like, oh, Cobra, they didn't know any better. No, bro, they're cops. They should have realized something was going on the entire time. So I mean, that's just a drawback. But I get it. For these horror movies and these movies, some of these type of movies, you got to dumb down some characters. So it is what it is, y'all. I've seen it plenty of times being done. But I'll say this, and I'll get this over really quickly. For this movie, like I said, I had no expectation with it. I never saw a trailer for it. I never knew that there was an original movie. I'll say I'm so mixed on this one because I really, really enjoyed that first half of the movie. I promise you guys, I really did. And it even had me, some points I was like laying back. I was like, okay. And then I was like, okay. But then that second half hit, and I just thought, I don't know. What are we doing here, you know? So, and I know it was all going to accomplish this one goal of showcasing us the big plot twist. But I was just like, I thought y'all could have done it a little bit better if that was me. But and I didn't walk out mad at the movie. I'll say that. And this movie's going on Amazon Prime. And it's only a big thing with this movie. It's only an hour and 30 minutes, y'all. Hour and a half. Actually, might be a little less than that. Credits are a little bit longer. So I would say if it's on Amazon Prime and it's just sitting there, you have nothing to watch, I would say definitely check this one out. Because I think you'll be invested up until the ending of the film. I think. Well, if you guys have seen the review, if you guys seen the first part, you already know about the ending of the film. But yeah, I would say I'll give this movie a straight up. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because there was parts I really enjoyed, but there was some parts I was just like, what the heck? What? So yeah, I think a fair rating is a 7 out of 10. It's something I won't really be checking out again, but I'm not mad that I saw it in the first place. And I had to go across town to go see this goddamn movie, y'all. So, hey, what's your thoughts on this? Y'all first time finding my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, this video, tell me your thoughts, complaint, criticism, stuff like that down below. And hey, we'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.